Niger State has launched its landmark Green Economy Summit, led by Governor Umaru Bago, as a proactive measure to combat climate change and drive the transition to a sustainable, eco-friendly economy. Chenemi Bamiyi reports.
The global challenge of addressing climate change while tackling poverty, creating jobs and advancing sustainable development goals is one that plagues many nations. Here in Niger State, a pioneering effort is underway to harness the potential of the green economy. With 4 hydropower dams, the state grapples with the adverse effects of floods caused by climate change. However, its expansive arable land presents promising opportunities for agriculture and sustainable development in renewable energy.
The theme of this summit, Sustainable Future, Harnessing Green Assets and Innovation for Niger State's Prosperity, encapsulates the very essence of our mission. It underscores our unwavering dedication to sustainability, the priceless green assets within our grasp, and the catalytic role of innovative practices in driving economic growth and overall well-being.
And therefore, the only way that we shall get rid of desertification is to invest on renewable energy.
Representing President Bola Tinubu, the Minister of Agriculture and Food Security affirmed the federal government's support for the endeavors of subnational governments in diversifying the economy.
In some few years to come, things will change beyond our imagination. We thank you for putting Niger State, the largest state in terms of landmass, which means we have potential to enthrone the largest green economy possible.
The keynote address was delivered by Deputy Secretary General of the United Nations, Amina Mohammed, who joins the summit virtually.
There is no long-term future for oil. Net zero pledges already encompass 3/4 of the global economy. Globally, we need to end our addiction to fossil fuels while building baseload and expanding access to reliable, clean and affordable energy.
Like Chalba has said, let us all join hands to ensure that we harness the green economy.
Despite Nigeria's heavy reliance on the oil and gas sector, a green just transition is not only possible, but it is necessary to achieve poverty reduction and boost economic growth for millions of households in the country. Chenemi Bamiyi, TVC News, Mina.
For further perspectives on the Green Economy Summit, I'm being joined on the news by the Governor of Niger State, Umaru Bago. Your Excellency, thank you for joining us on TVC News at 7. What exactly is the idea behind embarking on the Green Economy Summit, and what is your general assessment of the summit?
Yeah, thank you very much and good evening. Niger State is an agrarian state. We have 76,000 square kilometers of arable land. Can you hear me?
Yes, please, I can hear you clearly.
Okay, so the whole idea behind this Green Summit is to find alternative ways of generating revenue and providing sustainable livelihood for our people. The SDGs and the 11 points all key into sustainability. And as an agrarian state, an agrarian people, we need to also understand that we have potentials beyond fossil fuel, to give our people better livelihood and create jobs.
All right, so what then is your assessment of the summit that is holding?
Very, very impressive. We've gotten enough endorsement and cooperation from international partners. We're sure by the next time we come to do this summit, which is going to be a yearly ritual, henceforth, we'll be doing in one of our green zones.
All right, then. Mr. Governor, you mentioned earlier about the fact that Niger State is an agrarian state. So really, I mean, what is the import of that? What is your administration doing to harness this potential, especially as you launch this blueprint?
Okay, a very quick one. If you trade carbon, you if you give one person 100 trees to plant of shea nuts, forget about the economic value of shea, just about the tree, and you pay 1,000 naira per tree. For 100,000 trees, that is 1 billion. For 1 million trees, that is how much? That is 100 billion. So we have potentials, to provide carbon balancing in the ecosystem, to give our people opportunity to earn credit, to earn foreign exchange, to also produce food that they can feed everybody. Niger State is sitting on over 8 million hectares of land, and we're just talking about 1 million hectares of this land to be cultivated in the next 4 years. So this would take us to sustainability and again provide employment for our steaming youth and also take us out of the insecurity levels we are. Because all these ungoverned spaces that are being occupied by bad guys or the bandits, we are very, very ambitious to cultivate them and force them out, to organize our forests and reserves as well.
Well, 8 million hectares is actually huge. Talk to us about, more about these green assets that Niger State has and why you think that investors should actually come to Niger State.
First, because of our closeness to the federal capital. Niger State ceded 75% of what you have today as FCT. The closest part of Niger State that is to FCT is Suleja, which is warehousing over 2 million people. We have created industrial park, and we have also understood very well that, okay, because we have created industrial park, we need to bring energy. So we are warehousing today 4 hydropower dams in this country. With the passage of the Electricity Act, it means Niger State can also go into the business of, domesticating this act and providing enabling environment for production of power. So power is very important in our development, and with this drive for green initiative and green energy, we're sure that with this endowment that we have, we'll be leading.
And for investors to actually come, security is quite important. And, currently there are concerns about insecurity, just as you yourself have mentioned. What is the administration doing to tackle insecurity in Niger State?
We are working, unfortunately, the television is not a place we discuss about tactics we are already deploying for security, but I can tell you that we have degraded them sincerely, and that in the very, very few days to come or months to come, you will not hear about this insecurity. Our major issue that we worry about is food security, not even security of properties and lives, because our people are hungry and we are agrarian. So we are driving, with the federal government renewed hope agenda for, agriculture, to make sure that we put ourselves in the forefront so that Niger State fits this country. With just 1 million hectares of land, you can feed 300 million people,
And you know that the economy is actually hugely impacted, especially with the removal of subsidy on petrol. In what ways is your government working to help the people of Niger State, heave a sigh of relief?
Yes, right now, Niger State government, under my administration, have gone ahead to make provision of 200 luxurious buses that are CNG powered. This is also eco-friendly. And these buses are supposed to commute workers and students. Students free, workers at subsidized rate to places of work. And in the next few months, the president is going to come and commission them here in Mina, and we have gotten investors for the conversion of the CNG buses, which is one of the things we displayed today at the exhibition. So we have local capacity to employ youths so that they can, be able to be part of this revolution that is coming. We know a lot of challenges are facing people, and again, we understand that the only way out of this is not just continue to cry, but to now, do the right thing, which is go back to farm.
All right, then. Governor Umaru Bago of Niger State, we thank you very much for talking to us and wish you and your government the best in administering the affairs of Niger State.
Thank you very much.